Welcome back to the 30 and 30, and I've got a treat for you this evening. I'm gonna tell you how to make your own pot and soil. There are essentially three components. Number one is vermiculite. Now, vermiculite is the little white spots that you see in your commercially bought pot and soil. See that right there? It's kind of sparkly. If you see the little white or gold spots in your pot and soil, that's what it is. It's vermiculite. And the purpose of vermiculite is to put air and to put space in your potting mix. It helps with compaction. I suppose that you could just turn this into your garden or to your ground in your high tunnel or your whatever, and it loosens it up. Now, the beauty of this stuff is, unless you're just doing some kind of monster garden or monster potting operation, you buy a bag of this stuff, it's going to last you a gazillion years. Put this sucker up somewhere where the bag won't get busted, or better yet, put it in a tote. You know, if you've got something like that right there, this stuff is just, it's going to last you a very long time. Now, something else that puts space and puts buffer in is mini pine bark nuggets. That puts big old chunks in there. We'll open this up for you. If you haven't seen this before, this is the kind of stuff that you put in flower bed to mulch. See that? And that's just something else to let water get through, to let air get through. But the main ingredient in your homemade pot and soil is this pretty stuff right here. It's peat moss. That's the fluffy organic growing matter that makes it so easy for little seedlings to start in, for plants to get big in, allow the root systems to grow. And you can get it in a bale like this. See, it says peat moss, sphagnum peat moss. And I think it's, yep, 3.8 cubic feet. See that right there? And you can get this at your local horticultural, ooh, that was a mouthful for me this time of day, I'm tired. Your local horticultural supplier, and mine is co-op. If you live in the South, you've probably got some kind of co-op, probably the Midwest, probably everywhere. Maybe just a different name. Maybe Southern States in Georgia, is that what it's called? Or co-op or something like that. I guarantee you that somewhere in your region you can get peat moss by the bale like this. And what you do is, you start out with your base of peat moss, and then you sprinkle in a little bit of the vermiculite. See it right there? And you just get it to the consistency that you want it. Now, there's going to be some sticks and stuff like in there, and you know what that's going to hurt? Nothing. And you can have these bulk supplies, and you can make your own pot and soil to fit your own needs. I suppose that you could even put some kind of fertilizer in there if you were up on that kind of stuff. A caution on that: you don't need very much fertilizer for anything. So if you're going to put fertilizer in your homemade pot and soil, I would really study on it, especially if you're going to use it for seedlings, because you don't want a lot of fertilizer in with seedlings. You want to let them sprout first and germinate and get a little bit of root system, because you'll burn them up. But y'all, I thought that that y'all would enjoy this. I've done it for several years now, and man, it sure beats paying $3 or $4, maybe even $5. I don't know what it costs anymore for a bag of pot and soil that's really not even what you want. This stuff is fluffy, and the best thing about it is when you get done with it, you can incorporate it into your ground. After you get done, you can take your plant trays and dump them back in your growing medium, whether that be a garden or a high tunnel or whatever it is, and it's just wonderful. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good night. God bless you. Hit the subscribe button.